Hi guys, this is Gloria reporting for Ifoma Edum. Like we all know, the Labour Party have sent their final reply to the tribunal. In the 42-page document which was submitted to the court by the LP Council led by Sanlivi Uzoku, the party uphold that the INEC was wrong to declare Tinubu as the winner of the 2023 presidential election. So guys, I'll be giving to us a summary of what Peter Obi and the Labour Party wrote in their final reply to the court. In their opening address, they kicked against Tinubu's anarchist statement. According to them, this is a cheap, misguided and destructive blackmail clearly intended to target the country's judicialism and constitutionalism. It also aims at cannibalizing our democracy. It will also raise the issue of insecurity if the petitioners emulate the bad example of the second and third respondents. However, that will never happen. When has it become offensive for petitioners to canvass a ground prescribed for the challenge of an election in Section 134, subsection 1b of the Electoral Act 2022? Desperation taken too far can be extremely dangerous. Let the second and third respondents know that where the rule of law is trampled upon or truncated, anarchy reigns supreme. So this is what the Labour Party has to say about Tinubu's anarchy statement. Also, on Shetima's double nomination, they wrote that we submit that the third respondent was at the time of the presidential election held on February 25th, 2023, not qualified to contest the election as the vice presidential candidate of the second respondent, and same invalidated the qualification of the second respondent to contest the said election. Citing Section 142, subsection 1 and 2 of the 1999 Constitution, they said that Tinubu nominated Shetima on the 14th of July 2022 while he was still the senatorial candidate of APC for Borno Senatorial District. On the case of forfeiture, the Labour Party debunked INEC claim that the case was not handled by a Nigerian court, pointing to Section 137, subsection 1d of the 1999 Constitution, for which a person shall not be qualified for election to the office of the president if he is under a sentence of fine for any offence involving dishonest or fraud by whatever name called imposed on him by a court or a tribunal. So what they're trying to say here is that what INEC is saying does not hold water. The Constitution states that if you have gone through any sentence because of fraud, it does not matter whether it's in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, you are not qualified to run as president. The Labour Party also kicked against INEC claim that they could not upload results on the IREV because of technical glitch, noting that they were able to upload that of the House of Rep and the senatorial election that happened that same day to the IREV. So what happened to the presidential election? The Labour Party also pointed out that the INEC refused to follow their own election guidelines and manual, which is against the law. They also stated that the language of the Constitution is clearly to the effect that a candidate to be declared a winner of the presidential election, that candidate must score at least 1/4, which is 25% of votes cast, in 2/3 of the entire 36 states of the Federation, that is, in 24 states. Again, that candidate must also secure not less than 25% of the vote cast at the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. My lords, they wrote, the literal interpretation of this section is that a candidate must secure 1/4, that's 25% of vote cast in 2/3 of the entire 36 states of Nigeria, and 1/4, 25% of vote cast in FCT. And according to the Supreme Court, you must get 25% of votes in Abuja, but Tinubu did not get up to 25% of votes in Abuja, and INEC declared him winner. So guys, this is the final reply from the Labour Party to the tribunal. Guys, I will tell you the truth. This was beautifully written. It just depends on the judges to do the right thing with this document that is in their hands. I would also like us to watch this brief summary from Arise TV on the PDP and the Labour Party's final response.
Hearing petitions challenging the outcome of the presidential election won by Bola Tinubu of the APC has reached its final stage, with the council to the parties turning in their final arguments. For Atiku, who is Nigeria's former vice president, in a 44-page document found at the Presidential Election Petition Court, The electoral body INEC was on all grounds wrong to have declared Tinubu winner of the presidential election. On securing 25% of the votes of the Federal Capital Territory to emerge president, Atiku said Abuja is the seat of power of the Nigerian leadership, a convergence of all federating units of the nation. He says FCT has a special status as a miniature Nigeria in such a way that any elected president must compulsorily win the required 25% vote. More so, he adds that the president, in this case Bola Tinubu, is not expected to be a tenant in his seat of power. On the purported technical glitch that marred the presidential polls, Atiku said it was unreal and self-induced, stating that INEC's failure to report it to Amazon Web Services, owners of the server, is proof enough of that fact. The PDP presidential candidate said it's unreasonable for INEC not to report a problem on a project to which the country committed the sum of 355 billion naira. The issue of forfeiture in the US, Guinean citizenship, and alleged certificate forgery are among the arguments put forward by Atiku in his final written address as he prayed the court to nullify Tinubu's electoral victory at the presidential polls. Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi said Bola Tinubu and Kashmir Shettima went too low when they claimed raising the issue of non-transmission of results electronically was an invitation to anarchy. Obi says the APC's submission amounts to cheap and destructive blackmail intended to target Nigeria's judiciary and constitution. Every other aspect of Labour Party's reply, from securing 25% votes in the FCT to the forfeiture of $460,000 to a US court, is the same as those of Atiku Abubakar of the PDP. No date has been fixed yet for the parties to come and adopt their final written addresses.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Please do well to like this video. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comment section. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you get notified whenever we post a new video.